we got a
Oh
fun show for
man.
y'all tonight. So I guess we should begin with the WNBA. And do you think I want to talk about the All Star game? No, I do not.
Oh boy. I mean, if you want to,
Absolutely not.
hey, speak. Look, I had thought about this. Are we not being fair? But are we not being respectful for women by not slandering the lack of competition in the All Star game this year for WNBA compared to how we slander the NBA All Star game every single year? We be on their head. We give them like a 10 to 15 minute thing about how this shit sucks that they don't try
Hey,
no more. Meanwhile, they out here doing. It probably was worse in the
look,
W
it might
compared
have
to
been
because last
worse.
year they actually tried.
So like at least on the guy side, right? Like we're like, oh, you can't pay them enough to get them to try. They have no incentive to fuck this All Star game up in the on the WNBA side. Like they're only making
Well,
$2,500 out there. They actually need to make the game good.
Rich, seeing that they wore those shirts, it seems like I remember one time you mentioned that I guess Windhorse had said at one point a couple years ago that like your players don't try hard because they want to get paid more to be in the All Star game in the NBA. Well, seeing that they were wearing these shirts to say pay us what you owe us, maybe they had a silent strike or not even a silent strike, a silly strike of their own this particular weekend to get their point across.
Yeah, it was bad.
Is that perhaps what they did?
I'll say this: like I feel like if Caitlin Clark was playing, somebody would have tried to guard somebody. When
I don't know.
when nobody had want to come out there and let her hit them 4 pointers, and if they had 4 pointers, James, I don't know if you
Yeah, I
saw it.
saw that,
Yeah,
and I saw the wager she had on that, and then yeah, that was funny.
yeah.
But
But the best thing about WNBA All Star Weekend had nothing to do with the basketball, had nothing to do with the 3 point, nothing with the skills contest. That's right, I'm talking about the Studbudz. And if you don't
yeah,
know what the Studbudz are, Courtney Williams, Natisha Heidemann, they call themselves the Stud Buds. It kind of is self explanatory, but in case you still don't understand, these are two studs that are teammates, are funny as hell, and they run a
yeah,
stream typically every Wednesday or whatever throughout the season. Courtney Williams is fucking hilarious for one.
yes,
Um,
she's one of the most charismatic athletes in pro sports.
and she made an all star team, and she's like the star. And Natisha Heidemann's like a role player on the team, funny as hell in her own right. And like you put them together, and they found a way, I think, to do any like better promotion and marketing of anything that's not Caitlin Clark that I've ever seen in the WNBA. To humanize people, to make you laugh with them, to get to know them, to entertain. I thought this was so fascinating, and it was like I don't know if they'll ever do something like this again because who knows if they'll ever be teammates. But they've got a brand. They're selling merch. They got Studbuzz velour suits and track suits and shit, and like Courtney Williams and Natisha Heidemann have a brand. Even when they're done playing, people gonna want to know what's up with the Studbuzz. Like Caitlin Clark wanted to be on Studbuzz and like made it known as many times as she could and appeared a ton of times on Studbuzz. Pretty much every player in the league you can think of made some type of appearance on Studbuzz at some point during this.
Uh,
I
I
don't know if I
feel
saw
like
Asia
I
on
don't.
there.
A little bit, a little bit. She was there here and there. Nothing that got clipped up the way that like just other stuff got clipped up, like Angel Reese or Caitlyn uh or the Britney Sykes dance shit. But
Yeah,
yeah, or like Dejanay and Nalissa. But yeah, or Skylar Diggins. That was funny as shit. Uh,
they on there
but yeah, I don't
drinking.
I don't recall one person that I noticed, but I noticed wasn't there. Alyssa Thomas was not. I don't recall her
Alyssa
ever
Thomas
being
not
on
really
the thing.
fucking with like the
Oh,
festivities. She'll take a
yeah,
picture or
yeah.
something, but she not really about all the him and
Do you
Han.
see? You see like the whole part where like they had for I guess they went to take the picture for for team for their team for team Collier, and all of a sudden they were like, oh, where is she? We got 11. We're missing a 12th, and then they had to go find her so to take the picture. And then they made a joke about it. It was like, damn, like she. And then also the post some media availability stuff afterwards. She said, I'll take the fine. I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I'm going. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Also one thing I noticed when I was watching some of the stuff for stream was like, aside from teammate Nafisa Collier, like the power straights as they call them, the power straights in like Yukon,
they was doing their own thing. Yeah,
this bad for business. That's what it seemed like. Like people like Sabrina Ionescu and Brianna Stewart.
They was at the private parties.
Yeah, it seemed like it was like, hey, this ain't good to be. This ain't good for business to be out here like this with them. Like it was about to get exposed. There was they showed a part where I think it was Saturday or Friday, where Caitlin Clark, she was out there on the stream, and like Leah Boston grabbed a drink out of her hand. It was like, oh no, it's almost like, no, we can't show her drinking. Like what do you mean? She's a girl. She's over 21. It was just funny, like a whole bunch of stuff. Like one thing I've found to like about. Like one person I found to like in the W a lot is Aaliyah Boston. Like she seems like the most pleasant, nicest woman on earth.
Yeah. Like
she got a bunch of shit by like, trying to accommodate this new teammate and work around her, and she changed her game, and like people call her all sorts of mean things for her not actually like hating Caitlin Clark, even though they don't know their relationship. They only see bits and pieces and make assumptions on Caitlin Clark and her character, and like she just keeps trucking, and she just seems like super nice. She just does. So
a woman of God.
Boston. Say again.
I said she's a woman of God.
Okay, I didn't know.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Big time.
I saw her next to. You talking about the Yukon coalition? I saw her next to Asia a lot in I guess the South Carolina coalition. I also, when the Brittany Sykes dancing, like it looked like Asia and Aaliyah Boston had a blast watching Brittany Sykes dancing that Glorilla dance crew thing. It was really fun. It was like, a really fun weekend.
They were showing them.
It had nothing to do with basketball.
They were showing them in private parties. They were showing them going to the club. They were showing them drinking in the hotel rooms. Kelsey Plum just out here shotgunning Crown Royal.
Like a damn degenerate.
Yes, Kayla McBride is on there like looking like a GD, like walking around with the black bandana on with the braids
I didn't see that.
Yes,
I missed that.
Like bro, but bro, I think like Courtney Williams is so fucking funny. Where it's like,
yes, she is.
There's a Charles Barkley like quality to her, to where like. You listen to her, right, and you think she's on some bullshit, but she's not. Like, she's just like, yeah, I kicks it how I kicks it, pretty much, and I don't code switch ever. She never, right. She never code switches.
So I found out she's from Georgia, and now I'm just thinking like, oh, so that's just like, she's like Ant.
Bro, she went to Georgia and she went to college at USF.
South Florida.
What do you think?
Yeah,
I feel like I've met Courtney Williams a time or two without even knowing it. Or a Courtney Williams.
That says a lot. It is funny because like you look at her picture from South Florida, it's like she looks like the girl next door, and then. Now with the Rodman hair and everything, and oh man, it's funny. She's hilarious, man. Like,
yeah,
I remember when I first, last year, when I attached myself to the Aces, I really enjoyed. Still like Sid Colson, and like that's even a different level from Sid Colson. Like Sid Colson is just smart, funny, like. Courtney Williams, I don't mean this in no bad way. She just like first thought funny. Like there's nothing intellectual or smart or witty about it. She's just funny. She's just a naturally funny person.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in no bad way. I'm just saying like she just has that kind of charisma to her.
And then Natisha Heidemann is like, she's basically like her right hand woman essentially, and it's like. The shit that she adds in is just like, all right, like she knows they got something special, whatever. So it's like,
yeah,
I I encourage you, if you have not like seen, I'm sure somebody has chopped up like the best of the 72-hour stream at this point on YouTube. Seek this out. You will see just like it's funny because like people always talk about like Angel Reese, for example, is like the unapologetically them and all this stuff, right? And this big concept of being unapologetic, right?
It not compared to Courtney Williams.
Yeah,
hell no.
like the Studbudz is like they are showing you what like these two lesbian black women look like, vibe like, get down like, go through life like. It's amazing, bro. Like, and like they out here trying to pull just like anybody else, and you seeing it on these streams.
Speaking of Angel Reese in Studbudz,
Tisha Hyman
trying to fuck her.
Yes.
She was trying to fuck her this weekend. That was absolutely what's happening. And not only was that obvious, Angel knew that she was trying to fuck her. And Angel was playing into it. That shit was hilarious, bro. This league is weird. Not weird, I'm sorry. This league is wild. Because like, could you imagine the male counterparts in the NBA doing that? Like, they would have started fighting. A whole hate crime would have broke out.
Damn, there was something else I wanted to say. Now it slips my mind. But Megan Rapinoe. Did you hear her walk up and ask Courtney? She was like about strapping.
Yeah, because she heard on the stream said that she heard, or Courtney said never strap, and it to see a white lesbian push woman walk up to a stud and be like, "What you mean? Are you for real with this never strap shit?" I was like, "Whoa."
That was cross culture. That was cross culture right there, James. We just didn't know.
Yeah.
It was Sue and it was Megan, and then Letitia and Courtney on the other side, and it was like really cross culture because it was like, you know, studs versus, you know, the other side. Like it was cross racial, all that shit. So it was funny as fuck. Like,
yes, it was.
Yeah. So like I think
and
they
then,
did.
And then Letitia got so damn drunk that they told her ass to go home.
They was out there cutting the camera off.
Friday night.
They was cutting the camera and cutting the audio out. The shit was getting too wild. Letitia was falling over and shit. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was one night. There was another night. I think the second night. I think it was Saturday. Was it Saturday? Where they go to some club that like Diplo is DJing. They don't know who the fuck Diplo is, which is hilarious, right? And it was like, hey man, this shit ain't good. Turn this shit. And then Diplo don't know who they talking to him. Neither one of them know who each other are. And then eventually, like Diplo plays something, or he doesn't change his play set, but he start playing Heat, and then she start getting into it. He's like, oh, okay. I was like, oh man, this is a trip.
Amazing.
This is a trip. Like, and the face that she was making when she was like, hold on, he's like, oh shit, like white boy might have did something. That was great. It was great, man. It was great.
Oh man, yeah. Like, so I highly encourage anybody. Like I said, I think it's done more for the league and promoting the league, and obviously like. So like
personalities for sure.
Yeah, like they mentioned like Studbudz on a broadcast and stuff like that. Like they even had Kathy Engelbert on there dancing the Nuck If You Buck. Like this shit was like,
about that.
Bro.
Yes. Just
when you think like the shit just keeps getting crazier the more you watch it. Like Kathy Engelbert is the commissioner of the league, so it's wild.
Like first off, have you ever seen Roger Goodell, Rob Manfred, Gary Bettman, or Adam Silver in anything other than a suit?
No.
I think I may have seen Goodell one time in a polo top. Kathy is out there just in regular regular casual wear, and she out here in her dance, just terrible dancing. They start dancing together. That shit was hilarious. Yeah, the Nuck If You Buck of all things.
Yes, that was like I knew it, and I was watching that live as it happened. I didn't see the clip for that, so I was just like losing my goddamn mind when that happened. But as far as promoting the league and stuff like that,
Cheryl, they caught Cheryl was out there
Reeve
dancing
on there.
Cheryl Reeve was dancing.
She said it was AI, which was funny as fuck.
Fine ass.
Yep.
Yeah,
that was funny as fuck. But as far as like promoting the personalities of the league, like shit like Studbudz is gonna like make stars. Shit like Studbudz is gonna like get people to care about like when the Minnesota Lynx come to your town, the Studbudz are going to be more popular now. Like they're going to be signing more autographs before the game and stuff like that. Like this is the shit that people are going to show. Like they come to Atlanta like in a few weeks. Like I think I'm going to go.
Like bro, there's no like as far as autograph thing, like yeah, like the Feast is gonna win MVP at this rate, right? And then it's gonna be like, oh, like he's more famous than Kayla McBride. It's gonna be like that's or more popular anyway. That's gonna be a mind fuck because of the stream. Yeah,
James Brown YO WNBA BTE. Yep, that's exactly what it is.
That's basically what it feels. Yes, that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like.
Yep.
And like, don't get me wrong, there are a bunch of other W streams, right? Like there is Sanaya and Marina Mabry. That's another part about this.
They be doing TikToks and shit.
Okay, yeah. They haven't streamed before?
I don't think they're streamers. Or you think
they're going live on TikTok?
I think they go on TikTok. Like,
okay, yeah, okay.
And do their videos.
Yeah, that you had Sid and her partner from last year, not partner like partner, but the partner like podcast partner, stream partner. Like you have that around, but like this is hitting on something different. This is hitting on something different, and like that's another part about this whole weekend is like the access that they got because they're W players and they felt comfortable talking to them. It's like when people talk about the new media thing, the new media part is like what the athletes do to media is like the athletes actually trust the other athletes to be able to let their guard down and say things that and give them access that otherwise other reporters would not get unless it's absolutely like, you know, completely curated and handheld and manufactured and feels inauthentic, right? Like, so like, for example, the 520 podcast, right? You've never heard Jason Tatum have any kind of personality at all until he's on that podcast, right? To have, you know, these rumored relationships in the W that people would talk about, and then they just bring it out there, be like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. They just move on. No, they don't harp on it. They just move on, right? So yeah. I'm not going to name no names, but like there were like at least 3 of them that I peeped. And they just brought out this week and one that actually was mentioned and actually like was talked about and brought to the forefront was AZ Fudd and Paige Becker's their relationship or whatever, because Paige actually did an interview about it. So I'm okay talking about it because she said it, right? Mm-hmm. But like there's 2 other ones that's like one was like people been like, come on now, we know what's going on. They want to act dumb. And then it got outed. And then there was another one that like I had no idea was even happening.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so it's WNBA BT. That definitely is minus. You know, yeah, it ain't no skits, but like it's funny as skits. Yeah, shit that's going on.
Yeah,
or during that stream. Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Really great.
Yeah, I wonder. You know, it went off so well. You wonder if like they're going to be allowed to do it next year, or if like. Or people are going to try to get their hands on it and make it less organic, and then people are going to be like, it's not the same.
Right.
Or, it's going to be like when people don't know no different, they end up on reality shows, and like reality shows like they have multiple seasons, and they see how crazy they look on the first season, and then the second season they come back, and they all of a sudden they behave. Yeah. You might get people start behaving now. You'd be like, I wasn't expecting for all that. Right. So we'll see. But this was a special moment in time this weekend.
Yep. Like we'll always have this shit. Like I imagine their like sponsors are gonna be hitting them up. Like I hope they get a bag from this shit. Honestly, bro.
I do too.
But
like people like Sid and people like Courtney and people like T. They should have media deals.
Absolutely.
Like they should be the future correspondents, and you have podcasts like 520 and all these other places do. It's like you want people to get into the league or whatever else. That should be the route. Like these people should be sponsoring them to be themselves in that way. And like you mentioned the Barkley thing, you made that comparison. That's a good one because Courtney does give off. She can say anything, and like people ain't gonna come for her. It'll slide. Like she's that kind of charismatic and charming. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm not saying she's problematic, but I'm saying like I think that she could actually step, make a misstep and like survive it.
Right. But yeah, Go out of your way to see it. Again, I repeat, it was so entertaining, so fun. It was like the thing, like it got me through being sick all of last week, was just watching Studbudz. I was like, well, I ain't doing shit. I might as well just load it up here and just, let that shit play. So it was pretty great.